Bright House Networks presents the Premier Equipment Rentals pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of the high school football game of the week. The national anthem just finishing. I'm Vance Palm, standing next side Kevin Keys. Down on the grass, Brian Adams. A big game. Liberty High School hosting the West High School Vikings. Let's hear from the West High School football coach, Chad Greider.
The season's been pretty good. You know, we've got some great kids out here that have bought into what we're trying to do, and you know, we're off to a fairly good start. We're excited, and the kids are excited as well. The preparation's been really good. Intense practices. I think our kids understand that Liberty is a great program, and it's one that we want to compete with. And in order to do that, you're going to have to pick up your practice, and that's what they've done. The players that I see that to look out for is obviously Meadows, number 4, the quarterback, and then also Cody Temple, the defensive line. Their linebackers are really good, and then overall defensively, they've got a great defensive team. Defensively, we're a little more aggressive than we were than last year, and we've changed the system a little bit as far as defensively, but the kids have picked up on it really well, and they understand that it's an aggressive style defense. This year, the offensive emphasis is we put a lot more on the quarterback's shoulders to really read the defense, and we've put a lot of responsibility on him to make changes and make checks and calls to the offensive line and to the receivers. Our offense is going to really have to step up because their defense is a really good, aggressive defense.
Thank you, Coach Greider. And now let's hear from Coach Mills, who we had last week at Centennial, and now he's hosting West. Coach Mills, your thoughts on this week?
I know Centennial and their coaching staff and their kids, they really work hard, and they've paid the price. They raised their level of play in the past year, and they came out and they were the aggressor against us, and it took us until the fourth quarter to muster any points. And they're a good football team. They're going to win a lot of games. And the thing is that we need to learn from that loss, and hopefully with the adjustments that we've made this week in practice, we'll be ready to roll against West High School. West High School, a very good team, put up 58 points last week against East High School. They have a running back, a junior running back named Cobb that rushed for over 130-something yards on us last year as a sophomore in the second half. I have a big quarterback named Simmons. He's very talented. They're 1-1 on the year, but they scare the heck out of me because they just put 58 points up on the board, and we're not scoring very many points right now. Our game plan most definitely has to have some kind of change because we're not throwing the ball down the field very much. And that is the fact that we have a first-year quarterback that is very talented. He is our guy. Everybody on this football team wants Dylan Meadows to be our quarterback. We had a great couple days already in practice with him this week, and anyway, I look for a big improvement in the pass game from him, and we're going to continue to run our spread zone option and see how that goes also.
All right, week 3, you the fans voted. You wanted back-to-back Liberty. You got it. Liberty hosting West High School. Liberty 0-2. West High School 1-1. Let's start with my partner up here on top, Kevin Keys, West High School. Obviously, you want to talk about bloodline football. Let's talk about the guy at the top, Chad Greider, son of Alice Greider. And he's always has talent at West High, always.
Well, not only does he have talent here, but he has execution, and he's a good, fundamentally sound football coach, and he passes that not only down to his players but to his coaching staff. So, you know, besides having a lot of talent out there, I love what Coach Greider does in teaching his football players X's and O's.
Thank you, Kevin. Down on the grass, literally in the end zone, trying to get across, our main man, our captain, Brian Adams. Hey, we saw Liberty last week. Excellent defense, but can their offense step up?
They have a great defense. Their defense is going to be their stalwart for the season, but they have to figure out a way to get some offense and maybe get some plays on special teams that jumpstart that offense to give them a chance.
Thank you, Captain. Liberty takes it in the end zone on a long kick, and let's keep our eyes out for the kicker from West High School, Joseph Reyes. In pregame, he was kicking 55-yarders. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Brian. Liberty High School hosting West High School. Week 3 high school football game of the week brought to you by Premier Equipment Rentals and Audiovisual Plus. The Liberty Patriots will take over on first down, first series of the game. We heard Coach Mills talk about it. Hey, our offense needs to get better. He knows it.
Oh, and right away, Vance, they go to an I formation. This is something that you see in the quarterback under center.
And the handoff immediately goes to, I believe that was Vasquez. Was that the V train or the Z train?
Yeah, that's the little Vasquez. That's the L train. Right away, Vance, they come out in the I formation, and that's Zach Vasquez.
No, it was Moyer, actually. Moyer takes the ball.
Okay, Moyer following Cody Temple, his fullback. I like it. Coach Mills said they were going to change some things up. Here it is.
Again, I formation, and again a flag right out of the bat. Boy, it didn't seem like that took very long. That was a quick flag. Was it delay of game? Goodness gracious, that seemed like a fast count, but it is what it is. And, one thing about Dylan Meadows, Brian, we saw last week, didn't get the offense clicking the whole game, had some bright spots, but one very, very tough athlete in Dylan Meadows. Brian, we need Brian.
Yes, he did have a difficult outing last week. And one thing we talked about off the air and during that game were the penalties disrupting the rhythm. So already they started off that way.
Moyer again with the carry. Hit up on the line, still on his feet, and won't get back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up third and about 12. But one thing for sure, Kevin, and one thing I heard about all this past week was, wow, Liberty's defense, again, year in, year out, tough as nails.
You did, but there's one thing that the defense doesn't do for you, Vance, and that's score points. Liberty has got to score some points.
Well, here we are on a 3rd and 12. Well chronicled, Dylan Meadows coming from receiver over to the quarterback spot. He's been in the I formation 3-4 plays in a row now, and he'll do it again. Has his receiver split out to the left side. Big 3rd down to start the football game off. Here comes West. Looks like they're coming. Meadows runs to his strong side. He's left-handed. Meadows puts the ball up, and it just comes up short. Nice defensive set there for the West High Vikings, and they're going to take over. They'll have to punt it away, Liberty.
Well, the Vikings are going to start out with good field position, and they always have exciting returns, man. Of course, they're without the services of one Dion Curry, who I understand is making quite a splash down at Cerritos College down south. Had 2 touchdowns in his opening game, one reception and one return. Dion.
Remember Dion?
But they got Mustafa Cobb here for the Vikings.
Looking forward to seeing Mustafa, a knuckleballer put up, and it bounces backwards, and it should be Liberty ball. Did it bounce off a Viking? It did. It hit a Viking. Liberty first down from their own 49-yard line. Ay.
Well, I wonder why Cobb had that sense of urgency. Here it is right here, Vance. You can see it just goes right off the top of number 2's head. That was Fred Wilson, who was doing his job of trying to block. But you got to get a call from your return guy. The call is Peter, and that tells your blockers up front to look out. But obviously Wilson didn't get the call, and it's Liberty's ball 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, it was a perfect storm of bad news for West High School. It was a knuckleball kick, got caught up in the hot, stymie air, and next thing you know, here's Liberty, first down on their own 47-yard line, 48-yard line. And the ball to Moyer again. Moyer still taking runners up. That's a good 5-yard run right there.
Carson Moyer.
Brian, you scoured the grass all week last week in that Centennial Liberty football game. Centennial pulls out a 10-6, kind of an ugly win. What did you take away from Liberty last week on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, one thing that Liberty did do in the second half, they got a couple big plays in the passing game, but they were able to start picking up some chunks of yardage on the ground, 5 and 6 yards. And right there, they got 4 or 5 on that play. I don't think they have to abandon it, but they have to kind of mix it up and maybe get Dylan some easy throws to get his rhythm going.
Or Dylan running. I mean, he's a great runner. So second and 5 at midfield. West High School shows blitz. And here they come again. Meadows steps back, throws across the body. A nice play, nice throw, first down Liberty. That looked really good.
It's a great job by Dylan Meadows, kind of arm faking there because his receiver went down. Gave him a chance to gather himself and threw a perfect strike while his receiver was down on one knee.
We heard Coach Mills in the pregame say, hey, Dylan Meadows is our guy. We want him to be our guy. The obvious statement, just rally around our guy and our quarterback, and let's make this thing happen. And look at this. 1st and 10 from the West High 37.
It's easy to do when you have a young man that's a leader like Dylan Meadows is.
Just underway. First quarter, week 3. You, the fans, voted. You wanted Liberty back-to-back, and you got it. But, oh, my goodness, what a big hit at the line of scrimmage. And looking forward to seeing how this kind of plays out. The offensive line of Liberty and the defensive line of West. We'll kind of get to some of these names as we go. But big Israel Leon in there, number 77. Ken Thackeray, number 78. These are some big, big guys, man. Goodness gracious.
Well, I was looking at Thackeray. I was looking in the program on them. Program's got him listed at 6'11". I'm not sure if he's quite 6'11", but he's easy, 270, 275.
Well, Coach Will Smith's out there from the basketball team checking him out then. 2nd and 8. Shotgun. Meadows takes a look back, has a man open across the middle. He throws it for the corner, and oh, goodness, look out. He went right for the pylon. He had Bo Hashem across the middle, but he fooled everybody and went to the corner. Nice tight spiral. I like it.
Yeah, number 20. Maybe not the best read here by Dylan Meadows. I'd love the Hashem over on that dig route. That's something that they've got to take a look at, call down to him, say, hey, read that defense.
We'll get into some of the games being played tonight. A lot of teams on the road, a lot of teams traveling out of the county tonight. The Holy Bowl taking place this weekend between Garces and San Joaquin Memorial. Well, we are at Liberty High School. Overwhelming voting online at bakersfield.mybrighthouse.com. Liberty High School. Hey, it's homecoming. Kevin, it's interesting dynamic out here at Liberty High School with the close proximity Centennial. You've got Frontier now down the road. Liberty now is becoming some kind of like an old hat here out here in the Northwest. 2nd and 12. Meadows fumbles, but he picks it up. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Wow, he gains 3 yards. And, hey, nice to have a receiver playing quarterback.
Well, he's an athletic young man as you see him pick up the fumble here on our audio-visual instant replay. But give West High Vikings offensive or defensive line and their linebackers credit. They're doing a great job of balling up that core, stopping the running game and putting pressure on Meadows.
3rd and 8, back to a 3rd down situation. Meadows in the shotgun. He has Moyer next to him. Ton of receivers out to the right side from the shotgun. Meadows will take it, has it about the 40-yard line, looks to the right, pressure out to the right, floats one out there, and that's just a great route, but we have a flag at the very, very end of the play.
Jacob Frost on the reception.
I'm not sure if they're going to get Liberty with an illegal receiver downfield. That's going to be the call. You know, that's tough when you got an athletic quarterback that you know likes to take off and run the football. Sometimes as a lineman, you want to help him out, but you've got to be disciplined enough to wait till that ball's in the air. Didn't quite see who it was, but obviously he must have been there to get the call.
Well, that'll move it back, but, you know, the positive sign in all of that is Dylan Meadows looking very comfortable in that backfield, and he just rifles one over there. Look at the upside of that, but it's back to a 3rd and 13, so back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The Liberty Patriots go up and down this field. 7:14 left in this first quarter.
They're in the spread formation now, Vance, back to their original offense.
Meadows, another nice throw and a completion out there.
It's going to be short of the 1st down, but you got to wonder if Coach Mills is going to leave his offense in there.
Whoa, what a bullet out there to Jacob Frost. We didn't see last week when Liberty played at Centennial a kicking game that would warrant us thinking they're going to go for a long field goal, and it's obvious they're not going to. 4th and 4. Well, 3. Now the scoreboard says 2.
2, yeah. I mean,
give me a couple more seconds, it'll be a first down.
And look who they've got in the backfield. Jalen Howard and Cody Temple. They give the ball to Moyer.
Moyer, second effort.
Great second effort for the first down.
Boy,
I love that backfield, kind of a full house backfield with 2 guys that play on the defensive line. How'd you like to follow those guys, Brian?
Well, that was all Moyer. 1st and 10, Liberty. Started off the season, Garces hosting Tehachapi. Last week, the Liberty Bowl, the Freedom Bowl, Centennial hosting Liberty here, as Meadows has a quick chat with Cody Temple, and the Patriots call a quick timeout here as they were just a little disjointed here on this 1st and 10. Well, I'd like to welcome you in. We had a fiery start. We went right in from pregame right to the kickoff here. It's homecoming tonight, and all the proud parents here this evening. I had a chance to talk to the McKnight family. Heidi McKnight, a senior, possibly could be the homecoming queen. You never know. Heidi McKnight. I was in a golf tournament today for Grimway Farms up at BCC, and I ran into the grandfather of Dylan Meadows. He was excited about this game tonight, so this game has a nice pulse to it. Having a Grider on the other sidelines, Kevin, always adds some nice nostalgia and bloodline, so could shape up to be a nice football game tonight.
That's always exciting when you got homecoming. Everybody's coming back to see their school perform, and the neat kids that are nominated for homecoming king and queen. This has always been an outstanding tradition here at Liberty High School. As we take a look at an injured player down there. There's Jalen Howard getting a little more tape on his ankle.
Keep going and call it. Just call it.
So Liberty's going to come out in an I formation. Cody Temple's the fullback. Moyer is the tailback. Meadows hands off to Moyer on the right side. He's going to gain about a yard and a half. But, boy, look at the defensive line of West High School.
Some big fellas down there. We mentioned Thackeray, Leon, Tony Morales, some big fellas.
Romaldo.
2nd and 9, under 6 minutes left here in this first quarter. I formation behind Meadows. Quick drop back, look out, he's got pressure all around him. Looks in the corner, switches off to the right hand, gets to the outside hand. Meadows still up there, nice run, gets about 8 yards, 9 yards, and it'll be very close to a first down. Wow.
Well, that's what Dylan Meadows can do for you out of this formation, is he can extend the play and beat you with his feet. And now, having this type of formation where you can clear the guys out and the backers coming a lot, you pretty much take care of the second level right away, because the second level is constantly on the blitz.
Well, this short set of downs, we've seen them over the last 5 or 6 minutes already an improvement in 1 week. So Liberty, look out. I formation, 3rd and 1. Can they punch it through? And they do. Flag on the play. Moyer's still out there. Will it be a touchdown? Well, we'll see.
Well, take a look at this play. Is probably going to come back, but take a look at this lead block in the ISO that Cody Temple does on the inside backer. It's called an ISO for a reason. They're going to isolate this fullback on the inside backer, but look at number 45. We don't catch it there on the screen, but he just clears a nice way for Moyer, and Moyer stays on his feet and gets a great block there. But that was probably the hole by Doug Blacksell, their offensive lineman. You know, you teach your offensive linemen to lock on to those guys, but when you're at the point of contact like that, Vance, they're going to call it.
Very good
every
call.
time.
A referee right on top of it.
Absolutely.
So it brings it back. Now it's 3rd and 11. So Liberty smarting over 2 tough penalties here on this drive, but they booted the ball on a 4th down. It bounced off the head of a West High School helmet, so they were able to take over midfield, and they still have the football. West High has not run a down yet in the first quarter. Meadows floats one out, and it's just over the outstretched hands of Moyer.
Let's see if they bring in the kicking game here.
Carson Moyer.
4th and 10, and they do not even flinch to even try to bring in the kicking game, or will they, or do they?
And 11.
They don't. Meadows meets Coach Mills at the 39-yard line. So on a 4th and 10, here we go. Hey, is Brian back? Is he back in the groove? Oh, there he is. Okay.
It kind of reminds you of the game earlier in the season where was it Peyton Manning's game where they didn't have the ball that long and still won. West High hadn't touched the ball yet. Monday Night Football.
Here we go. 4th and 10. Oh boy, a penalty. It's going to move them back. Delay of game, and this is a frustrating, agitating series here. They've gone forward, they've gone backwards. They scored a touchdown. They got called back. Yee. It's 4 minutes and 44 seconds left here in this first quarter, and as we mentioned, West High hasn't touched the football yet. Peyton Manning in 14-plus minutes had 300 yards, 2 TDs, and had a couple of big plays and cemented himself, in yours truly opinion, as the best quarterback in the league. 4th and 15. They might try to get some yard. Nope, they don't go for any kind of hard count. Look out! Meadows has some room, picks up a great block in the open field. Meadows tries to put a move out there and can't get past him. A nice open field block up there.
And another flag.
Oh my goodness.
First down, but there's a flag on the play.
And the West High players are signaling that it's against Liberty.
Well, he may have gotten the first down first, and that may have been a dead ball penalty, maybe a personal foul after the play was over.
Wow, it is very close. The ball is extremely close to the naked eye here to being a first down. I don't know. Brian, do you see first down if there's no penalty? I don't know. Brian's right on top of it. Holding on Liberty. Goodness gracious. Declined, so they didn't pick it up. And West High School will finally touch the football here as we see our replay.
With 4 minutes left, as Dylan Meadows does a good job of reading his block, and there's
17-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, it's a
what
moot
looked
point.
like a block in the back. That's what the call was. It was a block in the back call, Vance, not a hold.
All right. Here we go. West High School. First play from line of scrimmage with 4:36 left in the first quarter. Quarterback is Franklin Simmons. Simmons on a nice pitch. And the aforementioned Mustafa Cobb.
Well, Mustafa Cobb is a fun guy to watch in the open field. He had a couple touchdowns in this game last year as West High beat Liberty in what some people say was an upset. I'm sure they, with the type of talent they had last year with Big Dave Bourne, who's now up at Sac State.
That was a squad last year. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Brock Hayes, now up at BC. Nice read.
But this Liberty defense is no walk in the park. Ooh, goodness. Great job by the Patriots.
Boy, anytime you're swarmed there, you get big Cody Temple leading the charge.
Franklin Simmons.
One thing about Cobb, he has 5 touchdowns in 2 games for the Vikings. He's ran for 3, he's caught 1, and he's passed for 1. So look for number 28 for the Vikings tonight, Mustafa Cobb, to have an impact. But 3rd and 4, already the Vikings, the big 3rd down. 3:20 left in the first quarter. We're at Liberty High School, week 3, high school football game of the week. I'm Vance Palm, I've got Kevin Keys next to me, and we have a lot of whistles tonight. Here's an opportunity to go down to the grass. Brian Adams. You know, you talk about West High School football, you can go back as far as you want, or you can come right to the present day. Always some big name players for the Vikings.
Well, Vance, if I understood you right, barely hear you tonight, is this team right here offensively is going to be explosive. Cobb is a great breakaway runner when he gets out. They're going back to that veer-type offense that was so vaunted in the 80s. If they get on the outside and can stretch that defense and make those big guys from Liberty run, that's going to be the best advantage. But we saw last week, if you're trying to attack them up the middle, there's not much happening there with Temple and company.
Thank you, Brian. Kevin, you think about some of the names that have come out of West High School. I mean, just start rolling.
Well, in my mind, some of the best athletes that have played in this program are guys like Randy Maples, who could do it all on both sides of the football. He was a JC All-American up at BC, but one of those tricky runners. But Darryl Green, in my mind, was probably one of the top running backs. Jarrell Thomas.
Brock Marion. I mean, you look at Ryan Matthews right now, who's just, just killing people, man. Woo! You see Ryan Matthews? I'm hearing that he's averaging some ungodly number. 3rd and 4. They go for the hard count. Disciplined defense. What a nice play by the Vikings. Nice play. And I've been really impressed already with Franklin Simmons. Looks very poised back there, quarterback. First down, West High School.
Well, that's excellent execution here by Simmons. Nice little play action pass. Got his man out in the flats, and you're asking a linebacker to cover them. It's a nice job that time.
Our Audiovisual Plus instant replay, of course, brought to you by Audiovisual Plus. Look at that. Who has that? Is that Zach holding that or Carlos? Oh, okay. Sorry. 1st and 10, West High School. Big 3rd down pickup. One running back behind Simmons, and that, of course, is Mustafa Cobb. Cobb hit hard, gets maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Well, they went the trips offense there, a little quick hitter to their fullback. Just trying to catch, trying to spread Liberty's defense out, but when you're running up the middle there against big number 10, Brady Burke, and Rain Cravens, that's tough duty.
Less than 2.5 left in this first quarter, although we've had a lot of penalties from the Liberty Patriots. The first quarter's moved along quite well. 2:15 left here as Simmons takes a look. Cobb right behind him. They go to Cobb again. Cobb grinds out 3 or 4 yards here. You never know. Coach Greider just wanted to kind of just plug away. I'm certain that Simmons has some big play talent in him, but right now, Coach Greider wants to see how tough and how long this defensive line from Liberty can hang up there.
Well, I like what they're doing right now. They're controlling the football. They're taking what Liberty has given them, but pretty soon you get these defensive backs that want to come up and support the run, and then you play action pass. You roll out Simmons, you get him out where he can either run or throw, and pretty soon you bust a big play.
Michael Dunn and Fred Wilson, the receivers for the Vikings. 3rd and 4 at the 40-yard line. They go for the hard count again. They pitch it out to Cobb. Cobb has some room, but here comes the Liberty defense. And oh, what a nice play out there. A really, really nice tackle out there.
Number 3, Austin Davis.
Young out there. That time that was
up for homecoming king.
Davis making the tackle.
Son of athletic director here, Tim Davis.
And that had a nice opportunity. Well, the West High Vikings will punt, and deep for the Patriots. Bo Hashem, Austin Davis.
Bo Hashem.
And Cody Wong.
Austin Davis back there.
A high snap. Ooh, caught out there. Look out. Ooh, almost blocked, but a booming 60-yard punt. Caught out there and brought down was Bo Hashem. But, man, that was a 60-yard punt.
Wow, what a great leg by Sora, Richard Sora, just a junior.
Soria. Oh, man, that was a long, long boot. Let's go down to the grass to Brian Adams. Brian, last week we saw the Freedom Bowl, a game I think everybody thought, might have a different texture to it. A lot of penalties, kind of disjointed at times, but Centennial comes out with a victory.
Yeah, Vance, last week we talked exactly right. We had a lot of stoppage in the game, a lot of flags, a lot of mistakes. And tonight, the same thing happened to Liberty on that last offensive drive and the turnover. They weren't able to capitalize because they had a touchdown call back off penalties, and they're right back on it right now, big play. And Liberty found something that's working, guys, so they got to stick with it. And I think the key is when the passing game is those short passes. Meadows is very accurate tonight so far.
Well, here you take a look at that. They're running out of the I formation. Moyer got some great blocks up front by his offensive line. Good lead block by Tempo, and I think this is their game. This is the style. They're going back to the old days of Liberty High School football, smash mouth football, and you got to love it with the talent that they have up front.
And Brian brings up a great point. Set him up with a couple of short passes that Dylan's been popping them with, and everybody starts to get back on their heels here. Last play of the first quarter.
There's again.
And another big run by Moyer, and Moyer gets him up to midfield, and that's it for the first quarter. No score yet, but it looks like somebody's going to put one in the second quarter. We're at Liberty. They're hosting West. Week 3 of high school football, game of the week, exclusively on Bright House Networks.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
College football's best battle in the drive to the national championship on ESPN. All season long on ESPN, ESPN HD, ESPN2, and ESPN2 HD. College football lives here.
Welcome back to the second quarter. First play of the second quarter, Liberty High School at the 50-yard line. And we are excited about this 09 season. Happy to have you with us. Again, this season, you, the fans, vote on where we go. You decide where we go. So you are the ones that decided that, hey, we want Liberty back-to-back. Brian and Kevin and myself hop in the car and drive where you tell us to go. Next week, week 4, we'll let you know where we're going to be right after this play. 2nd and 9. Liberty exactly midfield. Meadows drops back, has a little bit of time, and they're going to call holding on that play. Meadows comes in. He's hit hard, a big shot. But they're going to call holding right in the backfield, and I disagree. Just don't think it was a hold.
Well, either way, Dustin Tompkins came up from his safety position and laid a big hit on Dylan Meadows.
Boom. Well, one thing we know about Dylan Meadows is a very, very tough, durable, strong young man. And so he just popped right back up, and questionable holding call out there. Looked like he just got blocked rather well. But, you know, it is what it is. Hey, next week, Kevin, you and I and Brian are heading out to, drum roll please, a brand new
Frontier High School
location for Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. Frontier hosting North High School. So word on the street is they have state-of-the-art lighting system. This is supposed to be top-notch, so we can't wait to get out there. And Frontier hosting North High School. Should be a great game.
Matt Darr. Can't wait to see Matt Darr, the #1 punter in the Valley, possibly in the state, as you take a look at Moyer. Hit as he takes the ball over the right side. Brought down by number 22 for the West High Vikings, Sebastian Rivera.
It's homecoming tonight at Liberty High School, so we may have some fun and frivolity for you on camera. Never know. 3rd and 25. Dylan Meadows looks back at his lone running back, Moyer. Quick discussion.
Got to admire this front 4 of the West High Vikings as they put pressure on Meadows. It's a man open over the middle. Great effort there by the receiver, Tyler Galink. It looks like they may get an interference call there.
Penalty flag.
Very close. Close call there.
Well, we're going to see it here. Meadows floated that one out there, and the ball was up in the air. And I think what Coach Greider is going to say is that, hey, listen, that ball was right out there in no man's land. And
it was touched. I'm not sure if they got the first guy who reached in maybe a little bit early on that. Flag came in after the fact. nonetheless, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Patriots.
Pass interference.
Coach Greider is not happy with that call. He's
First and 10 Patriots.
letting them hear about it a little bit, but he's back to calling his defense.
Number 10.
Well, that gets the Patriots up to midfield, 1st and 10 from the West High School 49-yard line. I echo your sentiments. Here we go. Well, he may have got him right there. May have got him right on the arm. That's a good call. I take it back. Kern County Officials Association right on it. Kept that receiver from being able to have both arms up there. Good call, officials.
They're back in the spread formation.
Handoff. Moyer still on his feet, right up the gut, looking for some more room, and he's found it. What a nice 15-yard run.
Wow.
That was.
Takes the first 2 tackles. Makes about
Well, watch how Moyer keeps his knees pumping here. If you're a young running back at home, this is the way you're supposed to do it. Keep those legs driving. Great job. Second effort run.
Under 10 minutes left here in this first quarter. Brian, I see just such a different football team tonight, the Liberty football Patriots, than last week.
Well, Vance, they're doing a good job of attacking up front. The front guys are firing off the ball, starting to open some holes, but also Coach Nick Ondito is working in the pregame with wrapping up, driving guys back. And right now, the linebackers for Vikings are not doing that. They're just going on straight arm tackling. And they're going to get Moyer's running right through it. He's going to have a big game tonight. They keep tackling like that.
Thank you, Captain. Timeout on the field by the Liberty Patriots. They are on the West High School 34-yard line. You know, if you've got Bright House Networks, you got to get that box. Channel 300, on demand, everything on demand. Bakersfield On Demand is the overall umbrella title, but they have all these great shows. One of them is On a Tankful. I always have a blast doing these. Why don't you do a couple of Tankfuls with me this spring?
I will. I want to do the bike path. Can we redo that one?
You want to redo the bike path?
Yeah, I want to redo that one.
Why don't we go do a bike path like on the coast?
That'd be a good one. The Lighthouse Ride or something?
Ooh, Kevin Keys and myself on a tankful at the coast.
We need more than a tankful to do that. You need a couple tankfuls.
Well, there's an old saying, my friend. Call Jeff Adams. He'll get us there. 9.5 left here in the first half. 1st and 10 on the West High School 34-yard line. Look at this, Kevin. Backfield.
Back to the spread. Meadows will do a little dive option. Gives the ball to Moyer. That's been their favorite play, and he's going to be brought down this time by
what a nice hit.
Big number 15.
Calderon Adams.
Calderon. Is that an Adams? Is that a relative Adams?
Yes, sir. It's my little cousin.
Calderon is your cousin?
Did he change his name? I thought it was Cal last year.
It's the same player. That's his name.
He's going by his big name now, huh?
His name is Calderon.
Well, that's the first time we heard all of it together.
What a hit.
And now that he's a senior, he's going the whole caboodle, huh?
Like Eldrick Woods. I formation, 2nd and 8. Fumble! Another fumble. Wow. That ball was all over the place, man. A double fumble. Liberty still comes up with it. Woo. Hey, you know, you said it once or twice already. This defensive front for the Vikings, man, this is tough.
Well, and Liberty has some pretty good offensive linemen. If you take a look at big number 78 there
for
the Vikings.
What a matchup.
Ken Thackeray, that's a guy that, boy, he's got to be getting some looks.
Thackeray and Sheridan, what a battle that is tonight. Sheridan, number 57, the right guard. Now the Vikings show 3 up front. They blitz from the left side. Meadows runs to his strong side as a left-hander, throws one up, floats it out there. Nice catch out there by Hashem, first down.
Well, this is
Frost. Sorry, Jacob Frost.
This is where Meadows is in his comfort zone right here, to throwing the ball on the run. You're giving him the option here to either run it or throw it. He just extends the play. Hashem finds the first down marker, or actually the original line of scrimmage. So that's 4th and 8 is where they're at, Vance.
Yeah, what am I thinking? That was
yeah.
And 4th and 8. And now Coach Grider's going to take a timeout, so it's 7:57 left. Coach Grider wants to take a look at things. 4th and 8. You know, Liberty came to the line with a lot of confidence as we see Baines Bank, head official tonight, and his crew, that they've been busy tonight, but they've been on it. Kern County Officials Association. How about You on Demand? One of the great ideas from Bright House Networks, You on Demand. I've seen them all over Kern County. The cameramen getting You on Demand. You can send your tapes in to be on You on Demand. All of it, Channel 300. You on Demand. This game played in its entirety on Friday nights at 10:30. Then it immediately goes to Bakersfield On Demand forever. Channel 300. You can play it back in the afternoon. You know, on that note, Kevin, I watched this game. I watched our game last week, the Centennial Liberty game. Got home, watched it, turned it on. Kind of wanted to see a couple of things about the game that, you know, that sometimes when you're calling the game, you don't catch all the nuances. And I went back and checked it out, and that's when I really started, you know, building this appreciation for Dylan Meadows. You know, we spent a lot of time, deservedly so, talking about Cody Kessler and that Centennial offense. But this young man, Meadows, is very impressive. Here he is in the shotgun now on a 4th and 8. It's a big call for both teams right now, halfway through the second quarter. He's got pressure all around him. Meadows looks, cuts upfield. He is hit hard, and he will not get the first down. West High School, excellent job.
Well, credit the defensive secondary for West High here with forcing Meadows to take off and run. And Taylor Jackson was the guy that came up from his defensive back position to make the play. Had a little help from number 24, Chris Vasquez, who's been active tonight. But you're right, Vance. Meadows, you know, his first year of playing quarterback is doing a great job of leading this team. And Coach Mills talked about this team is rallying behind him, and it's the leadership and ability of Meadows to do that. So you're right. He's not a Cody Kessler, but he'll beat you in other ways. And they played some pretty good teams in their first 2 games.
I'm intrigued by Franklin Simmons as Mustafa Cobb comes hard to the hole. Man, what a big bruising hit that was. Mason Ermston and Mustafa Cobb. Pow!
Well, Mustafa Cobb does what all good running backs do after contact. He hits and spins, lowers his shoulders, and picks up another yard or 2. Credit Mason Ermston there from his linebacker position.
High formation. Franklin Simmons on a 2nd and 4 goes for the hard count, and everybody at Liberty saying that it was the right side of the offensive line. Let's see, and sure is. They march it back right away.
Well, they're going to catch big George Gonzalez for being a little overzealous here. He was drawn off. Offensive line moves. You better move as a defensive player. Point your finger at him.
Bill Gates, watching the game, came down to check out maybe possible investment here down in Kern County. Simmons looks back. Yeah, underthrown. Was it a behind? No. They say it was incomplete pass. Incomplete pass quickly called by the head official.
Well, that's a good job by Cobb to just fall on that ball.
You see Cody Temple. There's still some big names here for Liberty High School. Some of them seem like they've been around for a long time. Rain Cravens, Cody Temple,
Brady Burke. They've all been doing it since their sophomore year.
3rd and 9. West High School not able to get things clicking here on the road. Simmons has running backs at both of his sides. Looks for some time. He fires one out here. What a nice pass that was. Fumble! And it falls right into the hands of a Liberty Patriot. That would have been a first down. A very nice pass thrown. And the completion made, and then pow! The ball popped out.
This is a nice tight spiral, boy. I'm really impressed with Simmons' arm. But Cody Wong heads up on the play after the big hit. After the big hit by Zach Vasquez, number 32. But Cody Wong came up with that, and
man.
There's another turnover for the Vikings.
Under 7 minutes left in the first half. We're knotted up at 0. Nothing happening. And here comes the Liberty Patriots. Dylan Meadows, high formation right behind center. Has Hashem out to the right side. Hashem Double block out there, and Moyer gets hit out there. Brian, one thing we've noticed already, our first 3 games, I don't know if it's Kern County wide, but we have not seen a lot of offensive potency here so far, our 3 games.
Well, they always say defenses are a little bit ahead of the game early, but this has been very ahead of the game for us. The offenses haven't been able to click, and I think what we've seen, too, in a lot of our games, except for Tehachapi got their running game rolling in that second half, we've seen a lot of penalty flags put the team in from a second or third and short to a third and long or worse. So they have to figure out some way to get some offense going, and that's one way to do it, just keep running.
Moyer with a nice first down he picked up, and Moyer, after the first couple of hits he takes, that's where he really becomes dangerous, Kevin.
I really like this Moyer kid. He's got good vision, runs hard, good pad level.
Runs over his own guys.
Well, hey, if you're going to stand around, you may as well lay down. But it's a great job by Moyer, pick up the first down.
Matthew Bouchard just got a nice helmet in his gut from his own guy. I'm sure that's what he said too, Kevin. Hey, beat it.
So Meadows is going to be under center now. They're back to the I formation, hard count, and great job and discipline by the Liberty offensive line not to move, and looks like they're going to catch the Vikings with a little bit of encroachment.
Some of the games taking place tonight. The Drillers up at Clovis Buchanan. Stockdale 1-1, up at Clovis 1-2. By the way, both teams up at that Clovis Buchanan Bakersfield game 2-0. And we've got Stockdale 1-1 at Clovis 1-2. Independence, what a nice game this is. Independence 1-1 up at Highland 1-2. Interesting stuff.
Independence may have one of the best sophomore running backs in all of Bakersfield.
Moyer hit early right behind the line of scrimmage by Leon, but as we've noticed and witnessed many times already, running after the hit is Moyer's specialty.
Yeah, he's a tough young man. So we take a look at this on the audio-visual instant replay. Running behind his big center, Doug Blaxel.
Our thanks go out to Premier Equipment Rentals for these great scissor lifts that our cameramen are showing you these great angles from. And, of course, audio-visual plus replays. 2nd and 4, split way out to the right. They don't even worry about it. They go right up the middle, though, right up the gut. And now this offensive line from Liberty starting to really show some strength and muscle. And I think it might have been another first down. They get it.
Well, I like it. They're just going big on big. Nothing fancy. Occupy a lineman and then get a good lead block from your fullback, and that should be good for about 3 or 4 yards of play.
Well, they're in the neighborhood now. 3rd and 2 on the 20-yard line of West High School. Not knocking on the door yet, but they're coming around the corner. 3rd and 2. They try to go for a hard count again this time. No dice, nothing happening. Moyer hit hard this time. He does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Great job by the West High School defense. They didn't jump, and they wrapped him up.
Well, Leon has been around the football all night, having to get it done on both sides here. He fights off the block there. Look at that penetration there. He just erases the line of scrimmage and then gets some help from the rest of his defensive line and linebackers.
West High School, Kevin, scored 58 points last week at East High School, and they have not even really had the ball that much tonight, so it's on their defense to keep this thing close.
Well, we talked about the strength of Liberty's defense, but now we're starting to see a little bit from their offenses. They're going to go for it. 4th and about 2.5, 3. They give it to Moyer.
No way! He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Fumble! Another big hit by Leon to start things off. The ball's fumbled. No first down for Liberty, and they'll switch him up again. Well, Brian, a battle in the trenches. Nothing fancy, no long passes, no big plays. This is just slug-it-out football.
Well, the one thing that West has an advantage on is even when Liberty crosses over into their territory and they're defending it, they know they're not going to kick a field goal. They know they have 4 downs to play with. That's what they did right there. They just stuffed them on 3rd, made a difficult decision. Are you going to pass it or run it? You ran it earlier, got a first down in the first quarter. Now you try to go for it again. Penetration, 2 plays in a row. Got the fumble. West High has the ball. See what West High can do.
Excellent audio, fellas. Whatever you've done to Brian, dig it up a little. End around. Look out. look out. They hand the ball off to Tayon Jackson, and wow.
West High always seems to have these good-looking wide receivers that come here, and that's almost a wing T looking a fly motion play there, but didn't fool Brady Burke or Cody Tipple. Those guys are Johnny on the spot along with Mason Ermston.
We'll dip below 3 minutes here. No score whatsoever. Honestly, nobody's even gotten close other than the touchdown that Liberty had to have called back. And now, on a keeper, a beautiful ball fake and a nice job out there by Franklin Simmons. I think the doctor's going to order a bit more of that. That was nice.
Well, that was, Vance. That was an excellent ball fake by Simmons and a great read of the tackle there. Jalen Howard kind of lost contain there from his whip position, linebacker position. You can't do that when you have a quick athletic quarterback like Franklin Simmons.
Simmons is a senior, by the way.
Austin Davis had to come up from his cornerback position to make the play. West High's got to come out in I formation. Simmons under the center. Drops back to pass. He's got a man open on the sideline, but look at Austin Davis. Austin Davis had decent coverage there on the play, and Austin Davis went up with both hands for the interception.
Brian, you saw the route. It was really nothing extravagant, but that ball hung up there for a while.
The route actually was in good position. The receiver had enough sideline to work with. The ball is just thrown a little bit more to the outside, in between the receiver and the out of bounds line. It's either incomplete pass or a catch. But when you hang it up in the middle, you give the defensive back who's in good position a chance to be the receiver.
Well, as Brian's talking about it, we're looking at it, and a lot of room out there. You got about 7 yards from sideline inland, I'll say, but intercepted. Meadows takes a snap himself. He has a lot of room. Meadows looking to get outside. He stiff arms, but it's another flag. And it just seems like every big play there's a flag. The official right on top of it. They were actually running the play towards the official. And you see the flag tossed right out there.
Meadows showed you right there why Coach Mills is not giving up on him at the quarterback position. He can make things happen. He can make things happen running the football.
Well, Kevin, you're exactly right. The one thing you mentioned earlier is the quality of team that he's played the first 2 weeks to have any experience in terms of their defense. And you're seeing tonight when he's had time, he's made some nice passes to the sideline. He's run the ball well. The only thing that's hurt Liberty, guys, is just the penalties.
2:08, thank you, Cap. 2:08 left here in the first half. No score. And now we see Meadows. Oh, wow, we've got, is it Frost? Way out to the right. Has a man across the middle, and it's what's going to be picked off. And some running room. He's got some speed. He's going to be hauled down at the 50-yard line, though. So picked off out there. Khari Finch.
Big interception for the Vikings.
Well, Khari Finch was all over this ball the whole time. Meadows threw that off of his back foot. It's hard to do.
Well, his name is spelled K-H-A-R-I-E, so my phonetics caused me to say Khari, but if you're saying Kerry, I'll buy it.
Oh, yeah, it's a creative Kerry. Creative spelling there.
How do you spell your name? K-E-V-O-N?
I formation. Simmons going to keep on the option, cuts it up, picks up a few tough yards there, and that's just a great read. Great read by Simmons there of reading and not trying to do too much, but taking what the defense gives him. Nice little veer option there. Cuts the ball upfield. Excellent football play. Gain of about 6 yards, 2nd and 4 for the Vikings.
$1.50 left in this first half. Nobody scored. 0-0 still. I formation. Simmons hands the ball off to Cobb. Cobb looking for some room. Cobb up to about the 42-yard line.
Still plenty of time on the on the clock, Vance. West High's got to be thinking, let's get this ball down in the field goal range. They've got an excellent kicker, as you alluded to in the pregame show. Reyes was hitting them for about 50 yards in pregame.
Dropped one in from 54. 3rd and 2. Liberty looks like they're coming. Great poise by both lines.
Got a man open over the middle.
Oh, goodness.
Just slightly thrown behind.
Almost had him.
But Michael Dunn, just a junior, 6'3", about 205. Good-looking young man. Ball is slightly thrown as you take a look there. The audio-visual instant replay. Austin Davis almost had himself another interception.
We've got a timeout on the field before we get too far away into the 3rd quarter. Captain Bryan Adams, the UCLA Bruins, UCLA. I had a couple of cats today up at the country club saying, hey, you better do my Bruins proud tonight. I said, no worry, I've got the man to talk about them. What about these Bruins, Brian?
Well, they're playing well right now, especially on the defensive end. I did do that last week. Defense is playing very good. Offensively, they're still a little inconsistent, but you're starting to see the confidence come around when you start winning games. You know, Kevin, advanced playing sports, the more you win, the more confidence. It's going to be interesting to see now as they get into conference play and start playing the quality teams on their schedule. One thing about the teams they beat so far, San Diego State, Kansas State, not a high-quality program right now they used to be. But Tennessee still played Florida well, so I think that's a good win, and beating Tennessee on the road. So it'll be interesting to see if they can take this in. They're off this week. If they can come back one week off, start Pac-10 play, and establish that run for the Roses.
Well, you know what was really impressive to see, Brian, is that young man Kraft step up. You know, after the disappointing junior season, he really led them to a great victory last week.
Yeah, he did a very good job.
Look at this, 4th and 2, 46 seconds left in the first half, and Simmons is going to get it. Franklin Simmons gets the first down. First down, West High School. Maybe some of you are new to the area. Maybe some of you are just watching your first high school football game of the week on Bright House. But Bryan Adams, our captain, as we see a penalty. And starting to do a little pushing and talking. And, oh, boy, this official now is going to say, hey, West High School. Oh, ouch. So they get the first down. But now they have to move it back against the Vikings. So it's after the first down. They get the first down, but now they have to move it back. Oh, how frustrating is this? You know, the linemen are starting to get after it, talk a little bit about this and that. But let me get back to my point about Bryan Adams. For those of you that are new to the area, maybe you don't know, Bryan Adams, BHS driller, icon, went down to play for the Bruins for 4 years. So we always do a little bit of UCLA talk. And now that the Trojans folded in Seattle.
Haven't heard Rashawn Shee talk about his Huskies in over 3 or 4 years, but finally sending text messages out as Simmons drops back to pass. It's going to fall incomplete.
I hope Rashawn didn't send you a text message, J.O., because I know how he can get you. I'm looking out for him, too. I take care of him, partner. I take care of him.
Well, you know, that penalty hurt. That penalty hurt. They get the first down.
It moves them out of field goal position.
Absolutely. That was a bummer call right there.
Guarantee they'll hear about that in practice come Monday morning.
Well, you know, guys, I think about going back to that in route they ran earlier that was just thrown a little bit behind. If they can come back and hit that again, it was wide open, they might have a big play.
Get them to the 30-yard line, 34-yard line. We might see a nice boot to finish off the first half. As it stands, it's 2nd and 10, 37 seconds left. Liberty looks like they might bring everybody. They don't show it now, but I bet you they do. Now they're going to pull it back, obviously. 2nd and 10. Simmons looks, floats one out there, overthrows everybody. He's got a nice arm on him, but he's really throwing it deep, so it's out of trouble.
Liberty looked like they were disguised in a cover 3, and then as they adjusted, they went to man coverage that left Austin Davis free over the middle. That's a great job by the Liberty High School defense to disguise coverage.
The voice you may be hearing in the ambient sound is Mr. Michael McQuarrie, affectionately known as Mr. Mac, retired as the choir director / teacher and still doing public address for the football games. Thank goodness. Simmons has a lot of room, decides to stay on his feet. Fumble! Another fumble! Oh, some big hits going on out there, and Liberty eventually ends up with it. It was picked up by a Patriot, then fumbled by a Patriot.
Francisco Hurtado come up with the football.
Let's see if we can make some sense out of this AV Plus replay.
Well, and one play, they got time to run 2 plays here. They've got no timeouts, but if they can run a quick out, they could possibly get it within field goal range.
Well, Brady Burke tried to pick it up and go with it, couldn't get it done. And now let's see what they do. Will they get down on a knee and get out of here with a scoreless first half, or are they going to try to make a run at it here? 19 seconds, no timeouts. Meadows throws one across. Oh, doggone it. In and out of the hands. It hit right in the middle of the pads.
Well, that would have been a great play because Frost would have had the first down. That would have stopped the clock with 14 seconds.
Well,
might have had themselves in position.
What a nice pass by Meadows.
For a possible score there, Vance, but there you see the arm of Dylan Meadows. Pretty accurate, though, that one that should have been caught.
2nd and 10, 14 seconds. Shotgun from Meadows. Fakes the handoff. Looks like it's going to be an inside slant. It is. This time, Frost has it, but he's down to the 29-yard line.
They've got to hurry up and clock stop here. I don't think they're going to make it.
Not going to happen. The half ends 0-0. No score. West High School visiting Liberty High School. Week 3 of the high school football game of the week. It's all about homecoming here at the half. And when we come back on the 3rd quarter, we'll see if either one of these teams can put their offense together. High school football game of the week exclusively on Bright House Networks.
Here's how it feels to have TV that's interactive from Bright House Networks. It's like getting into a time machine, controlling where you go and when. Because interactive TV is the only way to travel back in time and start over a show already playing. Choose programs that you start on demand. Even set your DVR to look ahead in time and record future episodes. Take off to a whole new world of entertainment with TV that's interactive from Bright House Networks.
ESPN College Game Day.
You ready? I'm ready.
The #1 college football show.
Expect the unexpected. I know you've done your homework on this.
Absolutely. Every Saturday.
It's always a fun place to be. Look at these people. I love them. This is heaven.
Live from the nation's college football hotspots.
These are the best college football fans in the nation.
The guys, the predictions, and the headgear.
Go Buckeyes!
ESPN College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. Saturdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN and ESPN HD. And log on at collegegameday.com.
We are back from a fantastic homecoming halftime. Congratulations to Austin Davis and Heidi McKnight. I guessed right, and she won. Before we get into the 3rd quarter, Kevin Keys has a very special guest up here. Well, he's a guest of mine too, but I will defer to the powers that be. Dr. Kevin Keys, I'd love for you to interview this guest. Coach?
Well, we're joined by the legendary former Bakersfield High School driller, Stanford Cardinal, former Kern County Ruggie, Pat Preston, who's now the principal here at Liberty High School. They say once a driller, always a driller until you become the principal of Liberty High School. Pat, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Kevin. It's good to be back out. It's good it's back to football season.
How many homecomings have you seen not just here at Liberty High School, but during your tenure as a teacher in the Kern High School district?
I hate to say this, Kevin, but this is my 38th homecoming.
Now, was it all in Kern County, or did you have to go out of the area for a while?
7 years I was in Hanford. So I was started off as at BHS for 7 years, and then went to Hanford for 7, and then came back to Bakersfield High, and then out here at the Liberty.
Well, you've obviously had a chance to see some outstanding talent over the years. You talk about 38 years of being around high school football, and I had you on the radio show when I was filling in for Corey, and I asked you the tough question. I put you on the ESPN hot seat, and I asked you who were some of the toughest players that you coached at Bakersfield High School, and it really didn't surprise me. Some of the best players, your call was Jeff Bucky.
Yes, correct. Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete, and then he's state champion in the shot put discus. So nobody, it's just an amazing person. And I was fortunate, some people said at BHS you just told them what time the bus left because you had so many guys. There was that string of 3 years of undefeated where you got on that roll and everybody was excited. Everybody was ready to play every year. It was a great experience.
So I'm going to put you on the hot seat once again here because I can. Brian Adams.
Yeah.
In the athletes in the all-time history of Bakersfield High School drillers, wide receiver, where does Brian Adams rank in those wide receivers? You were there as a player back in the 60s.
Well, Brian Adams is undoubtedly the best wide receiver I've ever coached. And was the best I've ever played with as a high school player. Now, I played in college, and I had Gene Washington as the wide receiver, and Brian was right below him just a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Captain got it.
On some shoestring.
Yeah.
Hey, considering the great athletes that have come out of Bakersfield High School, Theo Bell was a wide receiver for BHS. Brian Adams ranks right up there with T. Bell.
Theo, I wasn't there with T. Bell. T. Bell was when I was in Hanford. So, in my experience, Brian Adams is number one wide receiver.
Man. Hey, there's a good shout out.
The only thing is Brian was a team player, because he had Jason Oliver on the other side, SC UCLA kind of deal there. But I think they caught 11 passes each,
we like to win, though.
Yeah, that's right, because we had some tailbacks that, we handed the ball and they got more yards.
Pat, thanks for coming up and visit us. Always a pleasure to see you. And
no problem, Kevin.
Good luck. To see you. Good luck on the season for you guys. I know you got your notepad out.
You know it.
You're going to let Tony Mills know what he needs to work on. There it is. Pat Preston always got his notepad on him. I'm sure Coach Mills will hear about it on Monday morning up in Ron Priest's office.
The thing I like
you
about
should have kicked the 3, Tony.
The thing I like about it is I don't spend all day Saturday and all day Sunday going over it.
Isn't that great?
And second guessing myself now. I just come Monday morning and say, hey, you guys should have done this.
Love it.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Kevin.
Pat Preston,
I think
Liberty
you got
High
to get
School
Brian,
principal.
though. I was on Brian last week. He doesn't move around enough on that sideline.
Hey, tell him. Get on him, Coach.
He needs to run up and down a little bit.
Pat Preston, principal of Liberty High School.
He's getting up that size, though, too. He could play tackle maybe. I don't know.
There it is. Simmons will come out at halftime, gives the ball on first down to Mustafa. Actually, Vasquez was the running back.
I'm sure Brian would like some opportunity for a rebuttal, some type of an opportunity for self-defense. B. Adams.
Hey, Coach, I'm old school, man. Coach is always right.
Coach is always right. That's right.
When he's wrong, he's right.
Got it.
If Brian's the guard, I'm the tackle.
Fumble!
Looks like Liberty recovered it.
Oh, boy.
Cody Temple.
Worst possible scenario for the Vikings. They obviously receive in the second half. They're trying to get something going here. And a fumble on a 2nd and 5.
Vance, they still just can't get their offense going. And part of that, you got to credit the pressure that the Liberty High School defensive line is putting on them. But fumbles, the miscues, the penalties have plagued them all night. The only O on either side is on the scoreboard. 0.
Oh, no.
No offense.
Now Meadows Has incredible field position. He's going to keep it. He goes right at the middle, and a nice piece of running there. Meadows hit hard at the 17-yard line, but he hurdles himself to about the 15. So now Liberty, the fumble recovery puts them in prime position to start this second half with a scoring opportunity. Big hit, but Meadows, as we know, is tough as nails. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15, thanks to Coach Pat Preston making his way up here. Hey, basically, you're in his bad books. He comes up here to talk to you. You're nowhere to be seen. Not at your desk up here, not at your office, not where you're supposed to be. And I had to cover for you. I said you were down there getting stats and getting information, but then he sees you coming up the stairs chewing on something.
I was contributing to the Booster Club.
Yeah, okay. Meadows up the middle, drug down, but not until he picks up 4 tough yards. One more note on Coach Preston. Last week, he corralled Brian over at the Centennial game for about an entire quarter. We lost Brian Adams for about a quarter last week. I threw it down to Brian like 2 or 3 times, and all I heard was, chirping of crickets. It's because Preston was getting on him about some plays when Brian was like a junior or something.
I told you when Coach is wrong, he's right. When he's right, he's right. And when he talks like E.F. Hutton, I listen.
2nd and 5. Meadows hands the ball off to Moyer. Moyer gets very, very close to a first down. It could be 1st and goal from about the 6. They didn't get it. 3rd down, 3rd and inches, and Liberty now absolutely knocking on the door.
Well, Moyer has been the workhorse all night for the Patriots. Be nice to see him get this touchdown score if it should happen. But he had about 78 yards rushing in the first half.
Liberty starting the season, coming into tonight at 0-2. Tough loss up in Fresno the first week. Thought they had it. Last week, the Freedom Bowl. Let one get away from them. And now they start 0-2 tonight. Meadows looks to keep. He's hit hard, and that'll be a first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3. We've got 4 shots here to put it in.
Well, it was a great job by Dylan Meadows knowing where the first down marker was and just kind of picking up his intensity there in the red zone.
Hats off to Coach Greider. His defense has been on the field a long time tonight. They still are hitting hard, still wrapping up. And here we go, 1st and goal.
Liberty's going to come with their full house backfield with
Yikes.
Jalen Howard, Cody Temple, with Moyer in that wishbone formation. They give it to Moyer. He follows Temple on the left side.
Touchdown, Liberty.
And he got a great block by Elliott Hepp up front. Good lead block by Cody Temple. And the power smash mouth football of Liberty High School of old is back. Take a look at Moyer on the AV, audio-visual instant replay.
There's a look at homecoming queen right there, Heidi McKnight. Well, that's the flag. And that young man is celebrating a touchdown. The PAT is up, and goodness gracious, that was about a 40-yard PAT right there. So they've got the kicking game, bro.
Well, it made you wonder. Earlier in the first half, they had a couple opportunities in the first half for field goals, but elected to go for first downs, and they were shut down by the Viking defense. But here, as we take a look at the instant replay, Moyer following right behind Cody Temple, a great lead block. Elliott Hepp, Jalen Howard, Francisco Hurtado. Coach Sorrell's got to be very proud, along with Corey Actis, those big line coaches. Coach Sorrell, former driller.
That's Coach Sorrell?
I'm talking about the line coach. Who's on first?
Chris Barron, Tony Mills, the head coach, of course. Jay Liotis, Wyatt Wong is the statistician. Jeff Sorrell, Corey Actis, Chris Heasley, Wes Pollard, Rick Brogdon. Coaching staff.
Jay Eliadis, the son of the legendary North High coach, Turk Eliadis.
Bloodline football.
Bloodline football. Chris Barron, former Bakersfield High driller.
Adam Herron, 2002, 2003 all-time varsity football letterman. Big Adam Herron. Remember that line? Corey Actis, Adam Herron. Woo!
Alvidrez.
Yeah.
Stephen Alvidrez.
Big boys.
Trevor Goldberg, now coaching the JV squad. One thing the Patriots have been blessed with is good linemen.
This Liberty Patriots program, I'm going to have to go on the record as saying it blows everybody away. This thing is nice. Uh-oh.
Well, that started with Carol Campbell and Chad Provençal. They said, we want to have the best program in town. Centennial has a nice program. We were there last week, and what a nice program they have. But everybody, Clovis West set the tone for programs. When you go up there and you see a Clovis West program, you come back home and you go, we got to step our game up.
Well, this program, hats off to Liberty High School.
Well, that was like our yearbook when we were in high school.
Man, I almost cracked a joke, but I won't.
Do it.
No.
Vasquez, the ball carrier on the right side, is going to be stopped by big number 45. And if you're looking at Cody Temple, guys, yeah, he switched his number last year. He was a 70-something number. And it's because they moved him to fullback. And they didn't move him to fullback because he wanted to play fullback. They moved him to fullback because that kid can play fullback.
A great photo of him in the Liberty Patriot program being double-teamed by Clovis West, and what a player. There's a CAP award winner for you right there, Cody Temple.
He's ferocious.
Mustafa Cobb, hard runner. My guess, my hunch is that we're going to hear about the Vikings later in the season. They are going to build on this program. You have a nice quarterback in Franklin Simmons. You got Mustafa Cobb. Look how hard he hits the hole. I mean, he is coming at it.
They've got a line. They've got some good linemen in their program. We saw how talented this Liberty defense was against Centennial.
You said it last week, though. Now the head coaching job is all about motivating, inspiring, instilling excitement and enthusiasm. So we'll see if Coach Greider's up for the task. 3rd and 3. Here's a big third down. 7.5 left here in the third. Liberty show blitz the whole time. They did it, and, man, they just stuffed that run.
Yeah. Mustafa pats Cody Temple on the helmet and said, man, good job. When you look at those battles that are taking place in the trenches down there, I wouldn't want to be down there. That's a great shot there of the offensive and defensive line. Those guys are getting after each other.
4th and 3. West High has to put the football up in the air. They're going to boot it. And a very capable punter in Richard Soria. He had a 60-yarder in the first quarter. He smacked that thing. He stands at his own 25, shaky snap, puts it up, and another nice punt. That's about a 45-yarder. Let's see what kind of bounce it takes. And, 26-yard line, 1st and 10 for the West High Vikings. Let's go down to the grass real quick. And, every time we go to Brian Adams, it's about one of his teams being undefeated. This time it's the Bakersfield High School Drillers, the Big Blue Crew, on the road tonight, Brian, against undefeated Buchanan. Your thoughts on the Drillers?
Well, I think the Drillers got that great defense again. They have that swagger going. They pulled off a victory, and sometimes, guys, when you're playing sports, you have to win the games you should lose, and they did that last week. So I think they're going to get back on track and put one on Buchanan.
Buchanan has an excellent football program up there, Brian. In fact, Zach Ewing from the Bakersfield, California, picked Buchanan to come out on top of that game, but you obviously know the talent that the Drillers have.
Big tackle out there in the open field. Dylan Meadows picks up 5 yards, hit hard. Word on the street is the Drillers have a very, very good football team this year. Big win last week, 31-30 over Stockdale. Coach Snow doing a wonderful job with that Mustangs program. Next week they host Centennial. Wow, what a football game that is. We will be at Frontier as they host the North High School Stars. You voted it. You are the Kern County football voters out there that brought us to Frontier next week. We're going to be under the new lights at Frontier High School as the North High Stars will be there. We'll try to get you dialed into that new campus. Meadows keeps it as long as he can, kicks the ball out, and a nice bit of running. Hit awfully hard out there was Tyler Galink. Nice play.
That's a great decision there by Dylan Meadows, but even a better job by Tyler Galink to keep that relationship with his quarterback. You see Tyler Glink here. He's a speedy little quick guy in the open field.
Meadows ran about 12, 13 yards before he even kicked it out.
Nice little open field tackle there by Mr. Cal Adams.
5:20 left here in the third quarter, 7-0. Liberty capitalizes on a fumble on the second play from the line of scrimmage in the second half by West. And now they're going to hand it off. Look at this. Galink, he's starting to see some action. He gets hard. Fumble!
Vikings recover.
West High School. A big hit and a better feast on that football. They jump on it, and it is West High football.
Well, you talk about playing fast to the football here. Watch all the hats of the West High Vikings on the ball there. Boom, boom, boom.
That ball hits the ground, and it is right on the money. They put that down on the ground and jumped on it, and within a second, it is West High School football. Just what the doctor ordered, Brian Adams, for this Viking squad, looking for some type of offense.
Well, they have to get something going. I think they have to get Cobb involved, whether it's a screen pass, getting him out on the pitch, keeping that pitch relationship on the outside, but they have to get him some touches.
I like Franklin Simmons running this football. He goes to his right,
throws
one back. Play. It's booted up. Oh, it's knocked up in the air. They were trying to go to the left side on a swing.
Boy, that play was set up nicely there. We just credit the Liberty High School outside linebacker here, Jalen Howard, knocking that thing down, but he had some room out there. Just one Liberty defender. If that pass is completed, he could have ran for no doubt a first down, possibly more.
There's a future voter on BakersfieldMyBrightHouse.com. She's voting for Week 5 already.
Disruption of that last pass.
2nd and 10, 5:01 left in the third. Nice football game. Only one touchdown scored as we see Mustafa Cobb. Cobb cuts up field. Man, I love how this young man runs the football.
Cobb on the carry. Picks up about 5 on the play.
Well, definitely Mustafa Cobb is in the mold of those tough running backs of West High School. So he cuts the ball up there and takes as much as they give him. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play.
Kevin Keys and I will be doing an entomology study up here on top of the Liberty booth. There's more bugs and every type of critter possible in the western Kern County region. A lot of bugs up here, man. Watch that one right there on your knee. Simmons, oh, he threw a beautiful strike right across the middle, and just not able to handle it and pull it in was his receiver. Woo. What a rifle.
Stein does have a strong arm and fairly accurate here as you see him drop back here in the pocket.
Boom, right in the money.
Good protection up front.
Knocked down by number 21, Mason Otten.
Vasquez not able to pull it down. Very cool T-shirts, by the way. They have a T-shirt contest for homecoming as well as a float contest. And
Pac-Man.
That may have been the one that won it.
Pac-Man, those kids, they aren't even old enough to know Pac-Man, are they?
4th and 4. Here comes another boot again from a very good punter. Another perfect spiral punt and fair caught out there at the 16-yard line.
Bo Hash.
Hey, look at this. Right in the middle. There she is.
The
Heidi McKnight, homecoming queen there, surrounded by her 2 princesses. And there's Heidi giving hugs, and Austin Davis was Liberty King.
Couldn't happen to 2 more deserving, talented young individuals.
Heidi McKnight, what a stellar high school 4-year. You almost want to call it a career, all the things that they're involved in, all the things that they do. I remember when she was born. That just kind of gives you some type of a clue how old I am there, Mr. Kevin Keys. 1st and 10. 4th and 12. It's a 4:12 left here in the third. A pitch. Great read out there by the West High School defense. Nice hit out there by Sebastian Rivera.
Sebastian Rivera just came on a cornerback blitz here. Nice job of getting to Moyer in the backfield for a loss. That's a big-time play there.
Wow.
Moyer lost about 3.
Nice job, young man.
22 on 22. Rivera.
They've got
Moyer out there.
They've got Rivera listed as a D lineman, but he's almost in that outside linebacker position in that 3-4.
2nd and 13. They go back to the ground. Moyer breaks 3 tackles, 4 tackles, and he's finally hit hard. Fumble! Ooh.
Boy, Ryder said something to his defense at halftime because they are all now flying to the football.
Oh, and we've got a a Liberty Patriot down. He was.
That's Moyer. That's their leading runner of the game.
And the West High School athletic trainer ran out there as fast as possible to offer a helping hand, and Moyer pops up as fast as he can. Tough kid. He was hit hard, and I thought the ball might have even was jarred loose for a second. Wow, that's just great gamemanship and camaraderie. The West High School trainer ran out there because they were so close to their sidelines. And there's a good shot of that tough Moyer kid right there. Wow.
Big Candyman, the trainer for the Patriots there. There's a good shot. Him helping Moyer off the field.
3:15 left in the third. Moyer jogging off, which is a good sign for everybody. Liberty Patriot crowd. He took a shot to the old noggin first and foremost. He was hit hard out there on the flats. And for all of the speed and energy he put in, he didn't get anywhere. It's 3rd and 9. Now Meadows in the shotgun. Trips to the right.
Meadows is going to take the ball, roll out. He throws complete to Jake Frost. It's going to be close enough for a first down, and it is. First down, Patriots. Good looking play there by Dylan Meadows as he rolls to the wrong side as a left-handed quarterback, but a nice job squaring his shoulders, hitting Jake Frost on the numbers.
That was really nice.
Not before he picked up the first down did Brian Ortiz deliver a little blow. The Patriots trying to get a little bit of offense going here. 2:53 in the third quarter. They go back to their spread formation, trips to the left, single back. Little dive option, swing pass, almost intercepted.
Oh, and it was!
Oh, what a great play by number 29, Kerry Finch.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, you were calling this. I was able to just have the luxury of watching it happen. The ball gets almost picked off by one Viking. You see Meadows throw it here. It's almost picked off right here, deflected enough, then it goes off the helmet of Frost.
Is it Frost? Yeah.
And into the hands of the Vikings, and oh my goodness, Brian Adams, it's, you know, it's like shock. Just pow, here come the Vikings. 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line of Liberty.
Well, now the Vikings have a turnover, short territory. See if they can do it what Liberty did, and that's pound it in and score. And that's one way to do it, is get to Cobb.
Mustafa Cobb gets up to about the 22-yard line. Nice play right there, but a great tackle.
Cobb needed one more block to take this thing for about 20, 25 yards. Once he broke through that first level.
Here's another look. Great angle here. Deflected off of Galink. And Fred Wilson gets it. It was Galink.
Yeah, Fred Wilson was the one that broke up the initial pass.
Fumble! You got to be kidding me. If you're the West High Vikings coaching staff, you can't believe it. They cough it right back up. Liberty football.
Jake Nieto, junior linebacker.
A bad exchange. So he decided to hang on to it, or maybe is never going to be a handoff.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So Brian just talked about how now here's West High's opportunity, and that didn't last long. Now Liberty, a whole new kick in their step. Instead of trying to defend their end zone, now it's 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Meadows keeps it, gets 1 or 2 yards.
I think that's the fourth turnover by the West High Vikings.
Ouch.
Anytime you're...
They have a talented team. Let's make no bones about it. West High has some talent. I like their quarterback Simmons. Of course, Mustafa Cobb. You have Vasquez, Fred Wilson. Michael Dunn out there. They have the talent.
Well, they're going to look back at this film, though, and just say, hey, we had some opportunities, guys. We just blew them. Too many penalties and too many turnovers.
2nd and about 7. Meadows hands the ball to Moyer. Moyer looking for some room, getting some extended blocking out there. Nice job by both teams. Nice blocking by the receivers and nice pursuit by West High School. Nice job all the way around.
It's good to see Moyer back in the game. He's approaching 100 yards rushing on the game tonight. He was their leading ball carrier in the first half, as you see him on the AV instant replay.
Coach Mills and his job done a stellar job in a week of work and practice, and took that stinging loss from Clovis West and maybe a little bit of a hangover last week. Just couldn't get things clicking in the Freedom Bowl, and then it did not let these guys get down 0-2, and they've come to play tonight. They look very good.
I like the way they're mixing things up. They didn't totally abandon their spread offense, but what they did is they went to some power football, and it's smart because now they're utilizing the talent that they have and the personnel that they have on the field.
70 seconds left in the third. Still 7-0. Liberty scored early in the third. Moyer cuts upfield. What a nice piece of running that is. And if he doesn't get hit out there in the middle of the football field, well, by I think Tyan Jackson, that would have been an even bigger gain. Watch this. He cuts up the middle, has a lot of room, and
well, he's taking some knocks tonight. Boy, he landed right on his helmet there. What a tough young man. Tough young man is Moyer. He's over 100 yards rushing on the night. Homecoming, 2009.
First Friday night high school football game of the season of fall. First autumnal approach here on Friday night. 2nd and 2. And we have a penalty flag. Kevin, here's a little bit of trivia. Did you know, my friend, you are my friend, aren't you?
Yes.
Did you know, and this could even, I could even include our captain down there, Brian Adams, in this bit of trivia. Did you know that tonight is the last night of 2009 where it'll be daylight longer than darkness? Tomorrow at about noon, it will be exactly 12 hours and 12 hours of darkness and light. And tomorrow night, the sun will start setting a little bit earlier, which means it'll be darker for 2 more minutes tomorrow night, and the shift starts. Christmas is right around the corner. 2nd and 7. Oh, great defensive play by the Vikings, and about a 1-yard loss. And for all intents and purposes, that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Go ahead.
You've got too much time on your hands, Vance.
I'm into that kind of thing, the sun and the moon. That's it for the third quarter. When we come back, will West High have an answer? 7-0 Liberty. Back in a moment with high school football game of the week, brought to you by Audiovisual Plus and Premier Equipment Rentals.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
All right, first play of the fourth quarter. Meadows drops back, decides to keep it. He is hit and brought down on a 3rd and 8. He picks up 1 yard. You know, I was reading about Coach Tony Mills in the Liberty program before the game. A nice Q&A segment in here. And for all intents and purposes, you read the answers that Coach Mills gives to the question. And what a nice man Coach Mills is.
A nice tackle by Tyan Jackson. Tyan Jackson, defensive back for the Vikings, as Meadows is now back to punt for the Patriots.
They held him. It's going to be a fake punt. No, he finally puts it up. That's one thing Meadows can do, and let's see what happens. And it takes a beautiful Liberty bounce. So that's the one thing that Meadows is able to do. First of all, fake out the announcer. And second of all, the old running pooch.
It's the old rugby kick here. We saw this last week against Centennial. If it's there, he's got the green light to keep it. If not, kick it on the run.
Just underway in the fourth quarter. I'm Vance Palm, joined as always up on top of the announcer's booth with Kevin Keys, and down on the grass our captain Brian Adams. And a big crowd here on the Liberty High School side. That's the shot of the West High School side. They traveled over here about 6 or 7 or 8 miles. But it's homecoming for Liberty, so of course, packed house tonight. A pensive West High crowd, knowing and feeling and understanding that it's about time. They try to get that, they put that ball in the end zone. They're trying, but Mustafa Cobb's doing his part. Franklin Simmons trying to do his part. But Kevin, frankly, they haven't really been past the 30-yard line.
Well, it's been a battle of field position that the Patriots are winning, but more importantly, it's the turnover game, the pluses and minuses, and that's where West High has shot themselves in the foot. 4 turnovers in 3 quarters of football.
And then the punt, you consider that a turnover. It bounced off Wilson's head. Oh, great job up there by the Liberty defense. The initial hit was
Francisco Hurtado.
Hurtado put the initial hit out there, but woof.
Darius Jones, number 28.
Well, they just can't block Hurtado up front. You also see Mason Ermston and Jalen Howard. Jalen Howard is that transfer that came over from Golden Valley last year. I know they're missing his services.
You know, very interesting dynamic in high school for students to transfer. And, back when I was in high school, Arvin High in the early 80s, you just didn't hear of it, it wasn't,
Well, and that's what you get now. You've got these boundaries that are
right,
really crossing over each other, and there's a lot of movement here, a lot of homes, or foreclosure homes, pick up some pretty good deals down.
Very good point, Kevin. Very good point. 3rd and 5 here for Franklin Simmons and his West High offense. Ball gets batted up, and it's knocked back down. They were trying to go right across the middle. Would have been a nice play had it not been batted down. A second pass batted down by the same player. So now it's 4th and long. They're going to have to put this thing up. Well, Cap, it's just frustration abounds for this West High offense, Brian.
Exactly, it's going to be talking about is the frustration of missed opportunities. They just haven't been able to get any kind of rhythm going, and the turnovers have been too costly. But one thing we haven't done, and we always do, is we talk about the guys keeping everything under control, and I'll let everybody know after this punt.
Well, another stellar punt by Soria. Oh, fumble! Wow, the ball was hanging up there forever, and Bo Hashem, was that Hashem, Kevin? Hashem was going to make the attempt, and it slipped out of his hands. And go ahead, Brian, finish your thought, my man.
Well, we got the referees tonight. We got in the box, we have Aaron Walker, the back judge, Arlie Hill, head linesman Colin Clark, line judge Dennis Wren, the umpire sitting there in the middle by the ball, Tony Robertson, and the white hat, referee Baines Bank.
Baines Bank, who sings a mean national anthem.
Baines Bank looks like he's still in his 30s, Vance.
He is. Under 10 minutes left in this football game. This game has gone by at a nice pace. Moyer takes the handoff, and he's still on his feet. Moyer is most definitely, obviously, a runner that is never down on first contact. He really can just keep that play going. Here's another example of it.
Well, I like him in this offense in the I formation, and I like him in the spread formation. He adds a great element to this offense that you've got to get him a few more touches on the night. Can't expect Dylan to do everything for you, and I think they found another weapon tonight.
You're right. 2nd and 3. Meadows keeps, looks upfield. Meadows, a nice cut, gets hit hard, and he keeps going. So that is a nice 15-yard pickup, Kevin.
And that's what happens when you're running the ball well in between the tackles there on that dive option. That spread option here. They've got to respect Moyer holding the linebackers at home. And then Meadows does a great job of pulling the ball and picking up the extra yards. That's going to help your offense out. And they're doing it against a pretty good defense.
Fred Wilson drew contact on helmet to helmet. And
you know, what does it say about East High's offense? They were able to put up 35 points against these Vikings.
Well, they have the leading passer in the county.
Joe Pearson.
Meadows keeps again, still on his feet, and he picks up 7 yards. So now they're picking up yards at major clips. 15 yards, that last one, 8 yards, 7 yards, whatever that one. But yeah, you look at East High School, put 35 up against the Vikings. You know, like we said, we have a talented gunslinger over there, the southpaw.
Well, you always hang your hat, Brian. I know you don't want to hear this. You always hang your hat on the defense. You know, West High was able to put up 100 points on East High last week, but so far a goose egg against the Patriots.
Like that shot. That is a great, great shot in your frame right there. Old Junior waving to cameras, and he's on our camera. He has no idea a couple thousand people are going to watch him tonight. Look at this. Almost got away from it, but brought down out there by Tompkins, Dustin Tompkins, a senior running back linebacker, and we see the big fella getting some attention, Jorge Gonzalez. And the Patriots pick up another first. Time starting to really slip by now for West High.
Patriots doing a good job of eating up the clock. Ball control. Got Galink and Moyer in the backfield. So they go to a spread formation. Meadows with a long snap count. Hands the ball up to Moyer off the right side. Gain of about
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Now here they go.
Man. Just wearing them down. They're wearing down the West High defense. They've been out on the field just too long.
A couple years ago, the head coach for the West High Vikings, Rich Cornford, coaching athletes such as Ryan Matthews amongst many of the talented players over there, now is at Frontier High School. Next week, we'll see Coach Cornford's squad take on North High. I mean, Frontier went up to Tehachapi. They went up to Tehachapi and beat them up. Meadows keeps.
It's going to be real interesting, Vance, in the SWYL this year.
Yeah,
Centennial's going to be good.
You're right. That's a lead.
Frontier's going to be good. Stockdale's going to be good.
That's a lead that has a lot of interest in it right there, Kevin. You're right. And, you know, the SEYL, of course, perennial powerhouse BHS. You got Liberty finding their way tonight. And I think this is a big, big night for Coach Mills and his Liberty Patriots. They're getting some traction now, and I think they're going to call a timeout. I think he's going to wait till it goes down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They will call a timeout.
You talk about the talent around this county, though. I mean, take a look over out in Wasco. That Cheatham kid out there. He's a diamond in the rough. I can't wait to see Wasco's offense out there. They got 2 outstanding running backs.
No.
Cheatham is just a junior. He was close to 1,000 yards last year as a sophomore.
Now, did you say Diamond or El Diamante? Spanish on demand, Bakersfield on demand, channel 300. Kevin's grin is ear to ear right now. One of my favorite things. And now that we've started promoting this, I go on there and I check it out and start brushing up on my Spanglish. Spanish on demand, Bakersfield on demand, channel 300. Get on there and check it out. Let's say you're an employer. This might be something that you could use, Spanish on demand, or in this job market, potential job seeker, that could be incredibly valuable to you. Spanish on demand, Bakersfield on demand, channel 300. When I lived down in the Yucatan, I learned a whole different kind of a Spanish than growing up in Arvin. Man, it was the Mayans have a very different kind of Spanish and a lot of Z's in their Spanish, and get on the Spanish on demand. This must be the theme tonight for our cameraman, finding everybody working on their phones and their cameras. I like the idea.
Audio Visual Plus.
Wow. Hey, Kevin Keys, there it is. 3rd and 1. West High School needs a stop, and they do not get it. The big fella right over the top, Cody Temple.
That's his first carry, I think, on the year.
An important one.
Big Cody Temple's first carry on the season. Gets himself a first down.
See his little leg kick?
Oh, that would have been nice to see him get out in the open field. Huh?
Wow, a junior.
Can you imagine being a little 130-pound DB, 140-pound DB trying to tackle him in the third level? Scary.
Well, now he's lined up in the I formation in the middle spot. He might do some blocking. And it's exactly what happens. And Moyer blasts in the middle, still on his feet. And it's redundant for me to say still on his feet. That's to be expected now. A big first down. Now it's going to be 1st and goal. So clock management just being executed perfectly by Coach Mills. And Moyer's still on his feet. This guy is something else. Fred Wilson has had to drag him down a lot tonight. That's a familiar sight.
Well, you can't say enough about Doug Blaxel and Rain Cravens leading the way up front. Nice job of blocking. Dane Sheridan.
1st and goal from the 8. And they give it to Moyer, and Moyer just blasts his way down to the 1-yard line. And now it looks as though West High School starting to show that weary look of like, ouch, here they come again.
Well, good indicators that when the helmets start to go down. But the offensive line of the Patriots has just kind of taken toll.
Francisco Hurtado, Rain Cravens, Doug Blaxel, Dane Sheridan, Alonzo Molina, as Kevin mentioned, most of them. 2nd and goal from the 1. I formation. Will they give it to Temple? They do not. They go with Moyer. Moyer gets in. Touchdown, Liberty, 13-0. Well, Cap, that was a very, very nice series there for the Liberty Patriots for every reason.
Well, Vance, I think Coach Mills understood that he had a defense that's been out there. Even though a good defense, as we've alluded to all night, they're tired, and that's what you do when you're tired. You just wear them down. You keep smashing them down the throat until they just cave in, and that time, Tony Mills' Liberty Patriots were able to break them down.
Jake Nieto with the PAT. Nieto, a hole from Davis, the homecoming king. Nieto fires up another 35, 40-yarder, and it's 14-0. Brian brings up the obvious and salient point of, clock management and just jam.
Ball control. They didn't turn it over. They turned it over one time. But I think they found a method to their madness. Now, with this type of formation, now what they can do is they can play action pass. When teams want to load up in the box on them now they can pull that ball out and then they can hit the little short, quick hitters and now have a little bit of success in their running game. And now they can even go back to the spread. So a little extra dimension. I like the wrinkle that they did. I talked to Tony earlier in the week. He said, Kevin, you're right. We need some more to our offense, and I think you're going to see it tonight.
Meaning he watched us?
He watched us, and you got to scout yourself. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, and Kevin, another thing, too, is coaching high school football and having watched it so many years now, it's not like college or pro where you recruit or you draft to around the system you run.
That's right.
You never know what kind of kids you're going to have year in, year out, so you're always constantly making adjustments to fit things that fit the kids. And I think he's found an offense that's going to work for his program and give them the best opportunity to win.
Sometimes when you do that, sometimes you can shoot yourself in the foot, because if you don't have the staff that's designed to coach that team, you want to run the spreads. There's a learning curve behind running the spread offense. You just can't do it overnight. Same thing with a wing tee. But, man, smash mouth football, that's something everybody can do.
The Dean of Local Sports, Greg Kerr, standing at the 41-yard line. Fabulous job that he and Todd and Pep do in getting all of the highlights in. And kickoff, the Vikings trying to make something happen, and they get wrapped up at about the 16-yard line. Still a little chippy out here. No flags being thrown yet. 4:49 left.
See Dre Golston for the Liberty High School Patriots. In on that tackle.
Special hello tonight. I have a special hello to the head basketball coach at Liberty High School.
Who's the head basketball coach?
Spending a little time with him in the corner at the gate. Said hi to Andy Hicks.
Big Andy.
And as I was saying hi to Coach Hicks, Alex Otten came walking through the gate. Hello to Alex Otten, proud father of Mason Otten, Jr. for the Liberty Patriots. So quick little special hello out there. And the ball goes up and overthrown to Cobb. Was that Cobb or was that Brandon McVeigh? I talked to Andy and asked him about his basketball team this year, and of course, he's very measured in what he says and hopes to have a nice squad. But how about last year?
Nice man. His son just graduated 3 years at Georgetown University.
Unbelievable. I used to coach against his son. I coached against Andy, and his son was as nice of a player as a guy that I just couldn't stand.
How do you graduate in 3 years at Georgetown University?
As Jim Herrick would say, Georgetown.
You must go to school every day of the year.
And in pre-law. How does that sound? Pre-law. I'm going to be working on some internships for him over the next couple of weeks, trying to get him dialed in. But everything that's right about Kern County High School and athletics. And
what a great young man. I remember taking him out on some community service during his freshman year. And what a great kid he is. Just a kind, gentle giant.
Said, hi, Coach. How you doing? He's taller than me now. Has a degree from Georgetown. Kevin, you and I could have done Georgetown in 3 years. Maybe our freshman year.
The three of us combined could have done it in 3 years.
Brian.
I get the sociology classes. You got the science.
Well, my age, my class would have been going to the gym to watch Pat Ewing play. We call Brian Cap, but there are two different references to Cap. He's our captain of our squad here, but also the Cap Awards, the Keys Adam Palm Awards. That's with the K, and later on in the season, we'll start to divulge a little bit more about the Cap Awards. Great players, instrumental guys out there, maybe players that are not heralded, maybe some linemen that go unnoticed, maybe some players that go noticed that are the star players, but it's the Cap Awards. More on that as the season unfolds. And Simmons in trouble now, and now the defensive line from Liberty is really stamping their name all over this football game. Rain Cravens included.
Well, they've been double teaming Big Cody Temple all night, and what that does is that leaves just one guy to block Rain Cravens, and that's almost not fair when you got one guy blocking Rain, because he deserves double coverage as well.
Richard Soria, a bright spot for the Vikings.
Miss Mahogany Blank there in her cheerleading debut at home.
Wow. Cheerleading name reference. Soria again, and it's going to be fair caught out there. Fumble! And West High looks as though they're going to recover, and it was mishandled out there by Cody Wong, so West High's still in it. Still in this thing, and oh boy. West High School breathing some life again. Wow. 1st and 10. Simmons, there he is, number 5.
They need a big play from Simmons right here, a quick score.
They go to the air, they throw that baby out there, and it is, deflected again. And this time it was Cameron Carroll that was in the mix there. Some dangerous routes, man. These guys are running right into some serious traffic.
Mustafa Cobb almost came down with that, but look at Carroll there, or Vasquez come in.
The Z train making him pay. Ouch. 2nd and 10. Brian, any suggestions on some damaging routes here for West High School? 3:44 left, 2nd and 10.
Well, one thing you can do is try to get the isolation on one of your outside guys and see if you can't get him to post up and have somebody sit in the middle and hold it.
Well, this one complete out there to Brian Ortiz. Ortiz's first reception of the game, about a 7-yard gain. Nice pass, but
I like that little rub route right there, Brian, but the in route was open here as we take a look at Simmons here on the audiovisual instant replay. Nice job by Cody Wong. Come up from his cornerback position to make the tackle.
Does not get out of bounds. Penalty flag on the play. Gives us an opportunity to hopefully show you some of our Bright House cameramen and the guys that put this together. Our director, Bernie Johnson, as always, in the truck making the calls. And there's Ray Ray is handling camera. I don't know what cameras these are. I never know what cameras these are, but there's Ray. Hi, Ray. And who else is working tonight? Who are the guys that were not paying? Who are the guys that are helping the budget? Well, that's it. Ray's the only guy working. Congratulations, my man. You put on a great show. 3rd and 9. Simmons has Cobb next to him. Trips to the left. Uh-oh, and it's picked off. I think, who will they give this to? And because the Liberty Patriot defender was waiting for it, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to go.
I think the offensive guy may have gotten it back there.
They're still battling for it. They're still going for it. They're rolling around with that thing. Nobody wants to give up the bread. And Mason Otten.
Mason's a tough little guy. He came up with it after the fact. I think they blew the whistle. But that's the tenacity of an Otten there.
Mason Otten hanging on the milk jug. He's not letting that go.
Kevin, I think they have to pump fake one of these short routes and take a chance deep.
Well, you talked about the ISO out here. Look at Dunn out here at the wide receiver position. He's got Cody Wong on him.
It's going to be timeout taken by Liberty. They want to make sure they have all their ducks in a row here. It's 4th and 11. This is, for all intents and purposes, the last opportunity here for West. They need to get 11 yards, and there's a good look at it right there. Does Otten have it? Otten thinks he has it.
Farm boy. That's a farm boy there.
Ortiz is not going to let it go, so Ortiz rolls around. Otten's on him. Here comes a little extracurricular activity. Speaking of extracurricular activity, look at Dimitri there on the microwave stand. There's Carlos. No dancing tonight for some reason. Anguiano's not dancing for us. Those are not members of the Bright House production team. Maybe they'd be more efficient and work harder than the guys, but they're not part of it.
Wow, is that a dig?
Listen, these guys every week get food and don't give it to me. I got to try to get back at them somehow. Hey, there's Coach Hicks right there. Basketball coach for Liberty varsity squad. As nice of a man as you'll ever meet. And a very, very good. There's Kevin Willie. Kevin Willie tonight, our action hero, our stunt man, the man that makes it all happen.
He fit right in with this rock theme.
Hey, dude, if you want to see a guy hurdle a fence, it's the brown belt karate man himself. Kevin Willie plays about 7 different instruments, and man, can he hurdle a fence. All right, here we go. 4th and 11. This is it for the Vikings. And that's going to be it. Simmons thrown for a loss. The defensive line for the Patriots get through at the most crucial time and put an end to the West High Vikings drive. And for all intents and purposes, that's going to be it. And who else but Cody Temple?
Rain Cravens. Rain Cravens.
Taking over the football after 4th down. Taking first down.
Let's good look at the athletic director of Liberty High School Patriots, a former Iowa Hawkeye, baseball player, Tim Davis.
And father of the homecoming king.
There's little brother Adam.
2 minutes, 7 seconds left. Coach Preston was up here earlier speaking to Kevin.
I got to give a shout out to the activities director, Brooke Slayton for Liberty High School. What a wonderful job she does.
This has been an incredible homecoming. And here comes Moyer. For every reason tonight, Liberty High School should be very, very proud of everything that's gone on here tonight. The homecoming ceremonies, again, Austin Davis, homecoming king, and Heidi McKnight, homecoming queen. A victory for the Liberty Patriots. They get off the snide. They'll be 1-2 as they head into week 4. Speaking of week 4, we'll be about 4 or 5 miles, 6 miles, I don't know, down to the north here, as Frontier will be hosting North High School. Look forward to that football game. It's a marquee game at Stockdale Centennial, but I'm also looking forward to the game that we're calling as Moyer goes through the line. And don't forget, if you want to tell us where we're going to go and point the direction, as Moyer's still on his feet, I'm talking about voting on mybrighthouse.com, and Moyer's still running.
Moyer close to 150 yards rushing on the night.
150 yards.
It's a fine night for that young man.
Sure is. Possible CAP Award winner. Get on the website, go to mybrighthouse.com in Bakersfield and vote on high school football game of the week, where you want us to go. I am Vance Palm. My partner Kevin Keys up here, and our captain Brian Adams down on the grass. 12th season with us, the BHS Driller. UCLA Bruin gets to take tomorrow off. Bruins on a bye week, get to get healthy for week 4.
It's good to see the Patriots with their second unit in now.
Jake Nieto goes down. He's dinged up on that play. They're going to help him up. Woo. Well, I thought it was a very nice football game. Personally, I thought both teams played some really good football. The West High defense did a very good job. Their offense shows signs that they could be reckoned with down the line. Captain Brian Adams, your final thoughts on this game tonight?
I think great bounce-back game for Liberty. West High is going to take some film. They know they had some missed opportunities. I think they're going to be okay.
Kevin, your big picture view at the outcome of this football game.
Big picture view, I think Liberty High School has kind of reestablished themselves as a football team to be reckoned with. They just added another weapon to their offense, and one that will give them a little bit of creativity down the road. It'll allow the defenses to play them a little more honest.
For Kevin Keys and Brian Adams, I'm Vance Palm. That wraps up week 3 of high school football game of the week. Next week, Frontier High School is where we'll be, where they host the North High School Stars. Everybody involved here at Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. Our director, Bernie Johnson, his entire crew. Have a great, great weekend. Good night. God bless.
Good night, everybody.
What's so big about 100? There's more to see when you're cruising for HD. Because Bright House Networks offers hundreds of hours of HD shows, movies, and sports, bringing you hundreds of hours of enjoyment. So when we bring you 100 HD channels, it's going to be the HD channels that you want the most. And when it comes to 100, that's what really matters. We're Bright House Networks. We're the home of free HD.
Your home entertainment is getting even better with Bright House Networks, TV, home phone, and high-speed internet. 3 services working together. So you get caller ID that follows you, showing up on your TV, PC, and your phone. Voicemail that you can check from home or from your computer. Even movies you can order on demand. It's even more access to instant entertainment for one low monthly price with a Combo Plus from Bright House Networks.